Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? It's been it's been a minute since the last time we were doing a live stream. In fact, I think the last time I did a live stream of any kind, if anyway, was in like I wanna say January. It might have been like February, but that's still not better. That it was at least half a year ago since the last time I did any kind of live streaming of any form. And well, I would like to catch up. Say hi. How y'all doing? So I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if some people coming in. Nobody's in here yet, but we'll do hello, hey, you never welcome to the stream. Yeah, so as I mentioned on the tweet that I was announcing the stream for, my mom is off for the weekend. She's out of state, and I just got back from work, and I'll have tomorrow and Sunday off. So I was like, you know what, we should do a live stream this weekend. And yeah, so what are we gonna do today? We're just gonna chat. We're just gonna talk. We're gonna draw for a little bit. And what are we drawing today? I mean, I'm not sure if you can read it, but read like the file number. We are gonna work today on a VTuber avatar, which shouldn't be too surprising for anyone who has been kind of following where I've been, what I've been doing, and stuff. So before we really get into it, I will go ahead and catch you guys up for anyone who isn't aware. I have fallen deep, extremely deep, all the way down in the VTuber, virtual YouTuber rabbit hole. I've been there since like late last year, and I mean, by now, if you go to my YouTube channel, look at my subscriptions, it's almost entirely VTuber channels that I'm following. And even on Twitch, it's almost entirely VTuber channels that I'm following. But it has been a very fun experience watching VTubers, and I've decided that, I mean, it's just kind of natural. I would like to get an avatar for myself for this. Now, this is just like literally the first rough draft I've made of the kind of model that I'd like to have. There's some things I like about it, and some things I don't like about it. So this stream, we're just gonna work on it. And again, just talk. Let you guys know how it's been going on. Again, the world is kind of falling apart with the whole coronavirus thing. I mean, I don't need to tell you about what's going on with the pandemic and everything else that's going on in 2020. I'm sure you're already deeply aware of that. But anyway, speaking of VTubers, what do you think about the negative criticism on VTubers, like how people usually come for the anime art more than anything else? I've actually not seen that kind of comments towards VTubers before. Yes, the anime art is what hooks people in, the anime avatar. But if they stay, they'll stay for the personality, they'll stay for the comedy, they'll stay for the relaxing streams, they'll stay for whatever reason they like the stream for. There's definitely negativity in the VTuber community. I'm not going to say that, and if you actually follow it, you will realize that there's a lot of problems with like antis is what they call them in Japan. Basically, it's just haters, but extreme. But for the most part, it's a very positive, wholesome, nice community. So there is not much negative criticism to discuss with VTubers, or at least it's not a pleasant topic to discuss going in. So we'll save that for another time. But anyways, again, this is just a basic idea. I've always used this character for basically everything that has to, where I want to like literally self-insert myself into anything. Like, this is just the character I use. This is the character I use for my BRB screen. Hold on. This is the character. Is the little squirrel guy. It's what I've always been using. And I wanted to... I was originally thinking that maybe I could just turn literally just him into the VTuber avatar, but that's... I don't know, that's kind of boring. So I'm trying to make something that's inspired by the squirrel character, but it's not entirely just a squirrel, because that's kind of boring. I wanted to have something that actually kind of looks like a person. But I'm not sure if I'm going to continue building off of this model, or if I'm going to just make a brand new model. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, but obviously, as much as I want to be a V2, also I do have, let me know if the audio is fine. I do have some non-music, just like background noises playing in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear them. If you can't hear them, this is not really a big deal. You can, if you can't hear them, you can put your own music in it. That way we don't get the copyright problems, because that's never fun. But let's see. So yeah, I definitely want to go ahead and get a VTuber. Like the content of my channel, I don't want that to change. But before I can go ahead and go through with a VTuber avatar, there's a lot of stuff that I have to do. I actually have to finish the model first of all. I have to decide on a design for which I have to make a design before I can decide anything, and I have to do the live 2D animations, which I've never done that before. And I know you could commission someone to do the live 2D for you, but that's expensive. It's really expensive to get a live 2D animator, and it's worth the price, because it's a very, very difficult, complicated thing to do. But I don't have that kind of money right now. No, not many people have that kind of money right now. Okay. Anyways, and what else did I need to say? Yeah, but also VTuber programs, like the actual face tracking software, that takes up a lot of computer power. And I mean, I just did a new computer in general at this point, so definitely I need to upgrade my computer. I need to have a availability on a schedule. You know, I need to have a schedule so I can work with live streaming. And that's not even just VTuber, that's just live streaming in general. Again, this weekend is special, and that's why I'm able to stream. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have a chance to stream, especially because I've been closing, aka, you know, having to stay up past 10 p.m., 11 p.m. roughly at work. I've had to do that a lot. And when you close, when you have to work the second half of the day, it's terrible, because it eats up your entire day, even though you're only actively working for 8 hours, 7 hours, from like 3 p.m. to 11 or something like that. For the entire day, you're thinking of going to work. You're thinking of, I have to go to work later today, and it's just a mess. It's even though you're only physically working, you know, a little bit of the day, you're mentally working. You're in work mode the entire day, and that's just been a pain in the ass. But it is what it is. They need someone to close, and I need money. What else? And I guess we'll just start working here. Okay, so personally, I don't really like VTubers. Having animated art on screen while the video game is playing is shown take up a lot of the screen, even more than a webcam most of the time. I understand that part, but obviously that can be fixed with just a little bit of strategic placement of, you know, have the screen cover like this much, and then have the avatar cover a little bit over here. Okay, And I'd recommend distracting yourself during the time before work with things you enjoy, so it doesn't feel like you're taking out your own alarm clock. I know I do entertain myself. With like I don't just sit there and wait for work to come up, but it is still. I don't know. It's like you have. It's just a mental thing. Even if you're doing something to have fun, it's still like the mentality of having to go to work, as opposed to the mentality when you work earlier, like I did today. It is, oh, I'm off work. I've got the rest of the day for myself. I don't have to worry about work until tomorrow. It's a mentality thing, but it is what it is. We've been live for 30 minutes and I haven't done any progress on this drawing. How long are we gonna stream today for? About 2 hours, roughly, give or take. Sounds about right. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. We can do something for 2 hours. I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm probably a little bit rusty on my whole being able to talk and discuss and say things abilities, but it is what it is. Let's see. So do I want to well, actually there is one idea that I wanted to have with this, and I particularly want the eyes. Instead of just being like generic anime eyes, I kind of wanted to have a thing where like the glasses are the eyes. Like you can't see the eyes, it's just literally the glasses have the eyes attached to them, and I was making some like facial expressions with them to see how it would look. It looks cool. I obviously it is some work, but it looks cool. I'm surprised you're not drawing your other character. I don't remember her name, but she used to show up in your early videos and commented on your ex. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I could, but I mean, she's a she and I'm a he. There is such a thing as a VTuber that uses a female avatar and a male voice. I think that's called the Bakiniku VTuber. I think that's the term for it. But if I'd definitely like to have a character that looks like I sound. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody whose voice, where my voice can fit them, and I have nothing against the idea of using a female avatar if you have a male voice, but it's just not what I personally want to do. So yeah, that's why I'm just creating a new character, and you know, it's fine. I'm not sure about the squirrel aesthetic. Because like it looks cool, it looks fine here because it's just a straight up squirrel. But in here, like it doesn't look bad, the ears and the tail, but it's also, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about being a squirrel, but I mean, okay. Well, let me try. So I think I can actually take these all. I have the layers for it. Let's not get him too naked though. Jesus. No, that's the glasses. That's the hair. That's the eye. That's the ears. Okay, so like without the ears, and without, where's the tail? There's the tail. Okay, so without the ears and tail, it looks like that. It looks just like a normal guy, and that's not necessary. I think it looks fine. But we'll have to see. Maybe I can implement them in a way that's not so basic. Anyway, that makes sense. But it'd be cool to see a return of her since she was so prominent in the past. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I like to repurpose characters sometimes. So if I find an opportunity for her to come up in the future, we'll do something for that. But let's see. I think, or maybe I can implement the ears with the hair a little bit better, because they do kind of stand out over here a bit too much. I don't know, but I think we can probably work off of this, and then we'll once we have something that I like, we'll go from like a different angle or something. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and make a new layer. Maybe I can make like the ears sort of like that. I mean, I should have probably gotten some pictures of squirrels before I started this. So I can, because like I know off the top of my head what a squirrel looks like, but I don't know the details of what a squirrel looks like. Okay, so if I make the ear kind of wavy with the hair, that actually makes it look a little bit better. I should have probably brought up pictures of Ayunda Risu from Hololive. She's also a squirrel VTuber. But at the same time, I don't actually want to look like Risu because she's Risu and not me. Anyways. So what was I gonna say? So has anything particularly interesting happened recently? Not much. Why did I feel like streaming today in particular? Again, because I have this opportunity, with my mom being out of state, and I just wanted to stream. I'm still working with Best Buy in the grocery store. I've forgotten. I do not work for Best Buy anymore. I mean, I understand if you didn't hear the news, but if you did hear the news, you would know that Best Buy laid off like a pretty substantial amount of their employees back when the pandemic got really bad. And I was one of them. I mean, it was literally thousands, like 50-ish thousand employees got well, not laid off, they got furloughed. And I was part of that, and I was like, well, whatever it is. I basically knew it wasn't gonna work out, but it's okay. I don't know. I wasn't really enjoying the work at Best Buy that much, anyways. So I'm not too upset about it. And yeah, I'm still working at the grocery store. That is still the case. I will probably, I mean, considering it's a grocery store, that is stable job to have in this pandemic. Though it is calming down a little bit, so I could probably look for something else now. But it's not something that you can just do. But it is in my goals. I would like to have a job that I can build my life schedule around a little bit better, because again, working at a grocery store, it's fairly stable because everybody needs grocery store employees, but also the grocery store employees need to be available like all the time, and that's just not viable. It's not viable. It's not efficient. So I would like to switch to something. I was looking for like working from home positions in kind of just whatever that's like computer heavy, but it's not as easy to find as you might think. So I'm still looking. I'm still trying to find something. Hell, if I could do this VTubing for a living, that would be much better. But it's not that easy. But I do think I have a bigger chance at at least a little bit more popularity in the live streaming department if I do become a VTuber, because that is still it's a growing community, especially Western VTubers. They're even more of a newer concept than the traditional Japanese VTubers. Same for Southeast Asian VTubers. There's a good amount of Southeast Asian VTubers. Like Indonesia has hell of VTubers. But you know, it's nice to have the little avatar. It's nice to, you know, have something to spice up the designs with. I kind of like this the ear being wavy. I think I'm gonna keep that. That's staying. Yeah, I kind of like this better. I don't necessarily want the character to look like me in real life. I just want them to be simple enough to where they're easy to draw, but also look like the design does stand out. Like, I don't want it to just be like a generic dude with a coat. I want it to be a little bit more interesting. Oh, wow, that's horrible. I don't keep up with Best Buy, but I did get an email from them saying that they'll make sure their employees work hard and keeping the place clean, and they're able to take time off when sick. Oh no, yeah, like if you No, they did make sure that the employees that stayed were healthy, and if they showed any signs of disease, they would send them home. That's true, but they couldn't keep every employee, and that's the unfortunate part. And that's just what happens with the pandemic. It's not really under anyone's control. And they actually did later offer me if I wanted to come back, but I'm like, I don't know if I really want to. It's again it was not really what I like to do. I joined Best Buy for the prospect of working with electronics because I do like electronics, but I realize I don't like electronics enough to work with them for the sake of working with them. So, that was a thing. But I definitely think that I need to find something new, something different that I can fit my schedule around a little bit better. Can you sustain yourself well without Best Buy's income? I can, for now. I don't live by myself. I need to make this perfectly clear. I live with my mom, and if I have to be honest, she is the one that does most of the bills, most of the paying. I do help, but if it wasn't for her, I probably would have to find very impromptu find a roommate, or a friend to live with temporarily until I can find a cheap ass apartment to live with a roommate with. And at the same time, I do want to move out. It's not that I don't like living with my mom. It's not that we don't get along or anything. But I mean, I'm in my mid-20s at this point. I do think I'm being held back by the fact that I'm not living by myself. But it's just I just kind of want some change. Just something different. Everyone's you do need some change in your life, and I feel like it's time for me to make some bigger change. But that's easier said than done. I can't just decide to live somewhere else all of a sudden. It doesn't work like that. Nothing ever works that simply. But it is a goal of mine. It's a goal of pretty much anyone. But it's not urgent. It's not urgent for me to move out. It's not like if I don't move out within the next year, I'm going to be in trouble. No, it's fine. I just need some. I would like to move out, but it's not urgent for me to move out. Let's see. Let's work on the eyes a little bit. Again, I want to combine the glasses with the eyes to make it look a little bit better. So we're just going to delete that, and we're going to delete that. That looks kind of nice, actually. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and do something a little bit more interesting. Alright. Have you looked into new jobs since you've said you want to change? Yeah, I have looked into, again, mainly work from home locations, and I mean not work from home jobs, and they're surprisingly harder to find than you might think. Or at least anything that equates my current income, which is not actually that big, but a lot of work from home locations are work from home jobs are starting with a certain pay or a certain amount of what's the word, entry level positions that just don't pay what I'm getting paid for right now. So if I'm going to change, it needs to be an actual financial upgrade too, not just a change of pace, because that just doesn't work. I'm trying to make a different kind of glasses design here, and it's not going too well. This looks so stupid. Okay, without the eyes, it looks like you've got the shining glasses. I definitely want to have a facial expression that looks like that, but okay. You know what's the problem? I need bigger glasses, and I kind of want to have a more circular shape, but it's not gonna happen if I don't make the eyes bigger, or the glasses part bigger. Okay. I mean, that kind of works. Let's see. That looks so stupid. Oh my god. Nah, maybe like now. I wanted to look kind of more cartoony than that. I wanted to look anime-ish. But let me go back to the original. No, not that one. This one. I mean, that kind of looks okay. Square glasses are cool looking too. Just think about Hubert's glasses from Tales of Graces. Fair enough. The main thing that I'm concerned about too is for the glasses to mix with the eyebrows. Because if there's not gonna be an actual like eye to connect with the eyebrows, then the glasses have to. Then the eyebrows have to be able to like interact with the glasses directly, and I guess rectangular glasses, not rectangular, square glasses work better for this. But I don't know why I keep giving myself like an angry expression. I'm not perpetually like this, I swear. Okay, maybe more like that. Okay. I don't know if I need to make like the... Or maybe if I make it more like... Actually, that doesn't look too bad. If I don't try to make the eyes like at... Well... But it doesn't look that great either. I mean, it doesn't help. It does not help that I very, very rarely draw guys. I almost never draw men in anything. So I'm not used to like making a face that's not necessarily cute. Like I do with women. Okay, the really curved eyebrows make me feel like he's surprised. Fair enough. Let's see if we can try like a different... Well, actually, here. How much do the eyebrows affect the picture? Yeah, the eyebrows... The eyes don't have that much expression. It's the eyebrows that really make it or break it. Okay. That's a little bit more relaxed. That's a little bit more... chill. Okay, so we can probably... Yeah, this probably works fine. I just need... Probably for the glasses to be a little bit more interesting looking. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like there was more that I wanted to talk about. There probably was. I guess it's worth drawing a... The theme of today is basically is definitely going to be VTubers and why I like VTubers so much or follow them so closely. And I don't know, I guess it's just, you know what VTubers remind me of, and like the recent boom of VTubers, it reminds me a lot of back in like 2009 2010 when we were just discovering like just Let's Players, traditional old school Let's Players, and people were kind of losing their minds a little bit over Let's Players. And you know, like that's back when like PewDiePie was starting to become popular and everybody was trying to become the next PewDiePie and the next Markiplier and the next Jacksepticeye and all these people. Nowadays they're like super big, and it was like this boom, this thing where that just nobody had seen before. Or not that they hadn't seen before, but it was like this new trend on YouTube, and everybody was flocking to it, and they were having a lot of fun, and it was a fun time back then. And VTubers kind of remind me of that. It feels similar to like that old era of like discovering something like the new hot thing on YouTube, but like the hot thing is actually like cool, and it's giving the opportunity for a lot of new people to make a career out of YouTube and making videos and making live streams. And you know, it's important to keep in mind that VTubers are in a world where live streaming is now the norm rather than video making. Like, there are definitely a lot of VTubers that edit their videos and post videos in a more traditional sense, but the majority of them just live stream, and that's cool. That's fine. It's it's a similar feeling on a different time period. And I think that's just kind of cool. And I'm seeing a lot of people that you typically wouldn't expect to be particularly successful. They are now being successful. We're becoming VTubers. They're getting way more subscribers. They're finding an audience, and it's surprising. It is surprising how much how much having a face on a live stream can change the tone of it, and having a general design aesthetic, because a lot of content creators just kind of have like that gamer feel. I don't know how else to. It's that gamer looking feel, and it's fine, but this is a little bit more interesting. A lot of body language can be conveyed with eyebrows. Narrowing both can express anger. Raising one is being skeptical, and raising both is surprise. Yeah, eyebrows can do some magic. It's a thing. Perhaps because VTuber art is a substitute to webcams. Yeah. And the thing with VTubers is that, having an avatar instead of your face gives you a sense of anonymity and a sense of confidence that a lot of people needed. They needed that boost in confidence that we just don't have. That a lot of people just don't have to show their face on a webcam. And it also looks cool. Like, for how many artists there are nowadays, and how many people enjoy engaging with art, it just looks a lot better to have like a character instead of a just like a regular face. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with people that use Facecam, but the VTuber does look a little bit more unique and more interesting. And obviously, not every VTuber looks that interesting. I've seen a lot of like aspiring VTubers that do have a very like basic design. I don't want to say it's bad. I don't want to say they're bad. They're just a little bit boring. It's just like guy with coat. And I realize this is a guy with a coat. I do realize that, but I'm trying to make it at least a little bit more unique. But yeah, what else can we do? I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty good for the face. I mean, again, the eye shouldn't be that big. I don't want like the big Oni-chan anime eyes. I want like more something like that. Yeah, that looks alright. And also the mouth. What's the mouth? There's a mouth here somewhere. I mean, it's right here, but I'm trying to. Okay, there it is. I think the ears are really differentiated from the guy with a coat. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I'm not sure if I like this expression. Hold on. This is actually part of the back coat right here, but it almost looks like his face. Like the face is doing like a whoa expression. But let's see. Okay, no, the code is throwing me off. There. Okay, we can turn that off. And then that looks alright. Okay. Let's see. And the nose. Well, the nose is a bit of a problem because this is slightly angled, as you can see. When it's facing forward, you're not gonna see the nose. That's why a lot of anime characters or VTubers don't, quote unquote, don't have noses. It's because from the front, it's really hard to make that nose, especially on a live 2D model. So we're just gonna pretend like the nose is here, but we're probably not actually gonna give him a nose when we're making the the live 2D model. And I say we're making it, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to live stream everything. Obviously, because again, again, as I've said like 50 different times on this one stream, I'm live streaming today because it's a special occasion, not because I'm able to do this every time. There's way too much going on in this one layer. I should have definitely separated that, but it's too late. Let's see. Okay, but that's good for the face. I kind of want this part like right here to be like sort of like arrows pointing downwards. And I don't know why. Actually, let's reevaluate that. Do I really want the arrows? I think the arrows look cool, but I don't know if arrows describe me or describe the character that I wanna use. Though I suppose it's also like a stripe, and squirrels do have some sense of striping. So if we're going with the squirrel aesthetic, you know, there definitely needs to be two primary colors going on with the clothes, at least. And, you know, mixing that with the hair and all of that. Alright, and I also need to keep in mind that when I'm making the live 2D model, everything needs to be separated into different layers. The head needs to be one, like there needs to be a layer that looks like where is it? Okay, you know, there needs to be a layer that looks with like just the head without the hair, just the ear without just the hair without the ears, with the eyes. Everything needs to be its own little thing when you're making a live 2D model. And it's complicated. It's very complicated, but that's why people get paid so much for it. Anyways, do you remember how far you got with Hyperdimension Neptunia 1? Like the game? I beat it. I beat the game. I didn't complete the game, but I definitely beat it like a couple times. I've been playing it on and off because there are so many things wrong and amazing about the game. I'm thinking of making a series review of it on YouTube once I've beaten the game twice at least. Do you know that a New Game Plus, the first playthrough will take like 50-ish hours? The New Game Plus playthrough can take like 5 hours. New Game Plus just makes you that much. Because if you know what you're doing already, New Game Plus is gonna go like that. It's instant. I have stopped playing a lot of games part way, but Hyperdimension Neptunia 1 was not. Well, Hyperdimension Rebirth 1 was not one of them. I've only played Rebirth 1. That's the only Neptunia game I've played, but I did finish it. Oh yeah, speaking of games, I have been playing a lot of games this year, but it's a lot of games that I've already beaten because I'm trying to what's the name of it? Complete them. Like right now I'm going through Prototype, and I'm on my third playthrough of Prototype because you technically need to do 3 playthroughs to complete it. You need to beat it at least once on normal in order to unlock hard difficulty, which you need to then later do a hard difficulty playthrough. And it's also recommended to do an easy difficulty playthrough so you can get the one achievement where you don't die for the entire game and also don't consume any civilians. I've done that. I've gotten platinum on every event, and now I'm just doing the hard mode playthrough and looking for I've got 199 out of 200 landmarks. It's driving me up the fucking wall, as you might expect. I'll find it. It's somewhere in Manhattan. I'll figure it out. Okay, some games can be incredibly mean for completion. Oh, I completed Tales of Symphonia earlier this year. Trust me, I know. I love Tales of Symphonia. But that was hell that I put myself through. It was, oh my god, it comes to show how much that game needs like an ability to skip cutscenes, because I've heard that like if you actually speedrun like Tales of Vesperia with New Game Plus benefits, the game you can finish the game in like 5 hours. It's really short. If you're able to skip cutscenes and just go straight for the point, you could probably do something like 8 to 7 hours with Symphonia if you're really just going at it and had the ability to skip cutscenes. But no, you have to wait for the dialogue, and honestly, when you're replaying the game, it's mostly dialogue. But also, Symphonia just has a lot of things going on. I did not mean to do that. What is this layer, by the way? Oh, that's that. Okay. And I have to ask, why are you trying to 100% complete games you've played already? Because I would probably, I could try to make a weird excuse. Some weird philosophical thing about a feeling of completion and a feeling of fulfillment or something like that, but really I just feel like it. It kind of just boils down to that. I kind of just feel like completing them. It is kind of satisfying to complete them, though. I will say that. I guess there is a sense of guilt that I've always had when I try to start a new game, knowing that I still have stuff to do on previous games. And I've never really been too much of a completionist. Like I have been a completionist for 3D platformers, or collectathon games. I usually try to complete those. But other games I kind of just play them until I've had my fun with them. But I don't know. I tried completing Symphonia and I was like, you know what? After completing Symphonia, if I could do that, I could complete anything. So I thought. And then I tried completing Mirror's Edge. And Mirror's Edge kicked my ass because the time trials on Mirror's Edge, no. It's not gonna happen. I'm not doing that shit. That's for insane people. I got like maybe one medal somewhere, and that's it. I tried like the same level for an hour straight, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. This ain't gonna happen. I have completed pretty much every other game, like BioShock. I mean, every other game that I've played. Not every game, but like majority. BioShock. Again, I'm going to Prototype. Played like 2 different God of Wars. Also, being a completionist has, becoming a bit of a completionist has made me a lot better at games. I used to never even consider touching like the harder difficulties because I was like, no, that's for like crazy people. Hard difficulties are like, no, that's not for me. And now I found myself actually tackling hard difficulty. Like I even played BioShock Infinite earlier this year, and I played it on hard difficulty on my first playthrough, and I actually did fine. So it has made me more confident in my gaming skills, which is something I want to have when I eventually do get back to streaming. But it's something I'm working on, and once I'm done with completing the games that I've already beaten, then I can go into new games, feeling less guilty about it. Okay, I wouldn't feel guilty in not experiencing all of a game's content. Most game designers put lots of content as a means of appealing to those that like some more than other parts of the game. It's one major reason why harder difficulties are for players who want the challenge, and vice versa for each modes. Yeah, no, I definitely understand why you wouldn't want to be a completionist. And in fact, I had that mentality until I tried being a completionist, and then you know what? This is actually not that bad. Now I won't complete everything because some games just take the fucking piss. I'm not completing Mirror's Edge. That's just not gonna happen. And other stuff like I'm not sure about the arrows, man. I'm not feeling the arrows. Okay, but other stuff like God of War, it's not that hard to complete like a God of War game. Prototype, it's been a trip, but I'm basically done with it. And yeah, I definitely look I usually use guides. I do need to make that clear. I do use guides for completing completing games, making sure that it's not going to be an absolute fucking shit show trying to complete anything. But yes, first things that come to mind when I look at this guy is Gijinka owl character. Really? You think he looks like an owl? I actually, huh? That's actually kind of cool. I didn't even think about that. It kind of does look like an owl now that you mentioned it. I was going for a squirrel. It's because of I'm trying to. I will explain. Also, hi, hello, welcome to the stream. I was trying to make the eyes so that instead of just eyes, it's the glasses, and the glasses have like the eyes attached to them, rather than just being a window for the eyes behind it. Because I think that just looks better. Like I did make some, like I'll show them again. I did make some sketches to how kind of like how that would look like. And I think it looks more interesting than just having normal eyes while still being simple to draw. It reminds me of, if anyone has seen Little Witch Academia, and you remember the character Lot or Lotte. I don't remember how. I watched it in Spanish. I don't know how you say her name in English, but Lotte, yeah, the one that's basically kind of what I was going for. She has those. Her eyes are like part of her glasses, rather than, the glasses just being a thing you see through. Okay. Though in my case, there is a Colombian cartoon for Ugly Betty. Betty La Fea. It's called Betty Toon, and the characters in that show, a lot of them have that aesthetic where like the eyes, or at least I think they do, where the eyes are attached to the glasses. Never just saying which anime myself. It's a pretty good one. Speaking of anime though, I don't actually watch anime anymore. Like, the last time I watched anime was just trying to catch up with My Hero Academia with with season 4, and I didn't even fully catch up with it. I watched up until the climax of the midpoint of season 4. I will not spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but it was pretty good. I watched up until then, and then I kind of fell off, and then I was actually watching it through what's the name? Kiss Anime. That got nuked. Did you guys hear the news? KissAnime.com, the biggest anime streaming website, unofficial, was taken down due to copyright claims. Like, tumultuous amounts of copyright claims. Enough to take the website down. Okay, I have seen this idea before, but it's a pretty unique character. Duckman. Okay. It's understandable. Anime can be incredibly time-sinking, especially with ads. Yeah, so what I do these days, thanks to VTubers. It's all about VTubers. Thanks to VTubers, I watch, I will play the game on one screen. I will just be playing a game on one screen and then have the VTubers on the other screen. And I've actually gotten used to playing games without sound, thanks to that. The only exception so far that I've seen is first-person shooters. Good freaking luck playing a first-person shooter without sound. You will get shot, and you will never know where the enemy is, because first-person shooters are very, very sound heavy. And yeah, like I tried to play Bioshock for a little bit without sound, and I kept getting hit by random people that I couldn't see, and it's just not gonna work. But every other kind of game I've played, like platformers, action games, or even first-person games that are not first-person shooters, just games that you play in first person, like Mirror's Edge, I was actually doing fine with those. So there you go. So I put the VTubers on one screen, listen to them, and then on the other screen I'm playing a game. Anyway, let's see. I can probably do something that... You know what? since you mentioned the owl thing, I think I can probably make the character kind of look like a forest-ish, like a general forest-ish person. So maybe I can make this look like a tree. Yeah, hold on. We got something going on here. Let's get rid of this hoodie part right here, and we can like, so like this is like the Christmas tree, and then this bottom part right here is the one that actually becomes a pocket. Oh, okay, we're doing, or maybe this just can be like the trunk, but it still connects into the pockets of the coat. This works. I like this. Okay. Try playing Darkwood without sound. I don't know what Darkwood is, but that's probably not. I would imagine, if it's a horror game, I would imagine horror games are also going to be pretty much impossible to play without sound. Oh, what's this? What is that? What kind of owl? Like an owl face? Oh, oh! Did Jerma actually type, "Oh, whoa, what's this?" without realizing the meme of, "Oh, whoa, what's this?" Oh, I'm sure Chad had a fucking field day with that one. Jesus. Alright. Anyways, let's see. Let's go down the middle here. And now is this part on the bottom should be like a little bit of a kind of just bumping out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna sound like that. And that looks pretty good. Obviously, this should be like a zipper because this still kind of has to be a coat. Also, let me look at this from like a distance. Does that look fine? I like the idea, but it doesn't look fine yet. So let's go in there and change this a little bit. The most interesting implementation I've seen of Christmas tree into the design is with Okami Mio from Hololive. Her hair looks like a Christmas tree from the back, and it also looks like her tail because she's a wolf, but it's actually not. It's just a ponytail. Her actual tail is much smaller. It's just wrapped around her leg, and it looks pretty cool. Okay, so if we can make this tree look halfway between a tree and fur, that will probably be a little bit more interesting. Yeah, I think I kind of like that a little bit better. Maybe we can put it like that. Yeah, that looks cool. In fact, he later made Owo Owl into a German Rumble character. Oh, wait a minute! I feel like I remember this. It's been a minute, obviously. I haven't seen German Rumble in a long time, but I think I do remember the Owo Owl. Okay. Anyways, let's see. I was gonna say something else about VTubers and why they're so appealing. Oh, what I'm doing right now. Art. Art makes VTubers a lot more appealing because it's just more fun. It's more fun to draw VTubers than it is to draw like general YouTubers. And the other thing with VTubers is that you have an art tag, so you make fan art for a VTuber, and the VTuber like retweets it, and it's like really high quality art. And there's a lot of really good artists working on official VTuber art and VTuber fan art and all of that stuff. Okay. And I like, it's not just any horror survival game. It's got a top-down oh, you're talking about Darkwood. It's got a top-down perspective with conal view according to where your character's facing. Ah, I've probably seen gameplay of Darkwood. I just don't remember it very vividly off the top of my head. Kind of like Hotline Miami perspective-wise, yes. Okay, yeah. So I think I got an idea what that looks like now. Yeah, sounds cool. I'll look into it. But then again, there's 50 million games coming out lately. Hey, let's talk about the PS5 since that was announced while I wasn't doing anything. So the PlayStation 5, it's coming out this year. Sony swears. They haven't shown us anything, but they're saying that it's coming out this year, so I guess we'll just have to believe them. But they haven't given us a price yet, which is, it's about time we got a price on that thing. They haven't given us a price on the Xbox Series X either, and it's literally just Sony trying to wait for Microsoft to reveal the price so that they can one-up them and give them a better price, and Xbox is doing the same with Sony. So nobody's gonna give anyone a price. Like, it's gonna be holiday 2020, like the day before Black Friday, and we're still not gonna know a freaking price, and they're just gonna have to throw something out there. Okay. Haven't they shown games on the PS5 at E3? Well, there was no E3 this year, but there was a Sony event around the time of E3 that served as a replacement for E3. And they showed a bunch of games in there. They showed Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. That's probably the one game I'm most anticipating, because yes, they did reveal Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Well, not Zero Dawn 2. Horizon 2. Forbidden West, I think is what it's called. And that's cool, but I mean, I haven't played the first game yet, so I don't really have that much excitement for it. But you know. Am I going a bit too crazy with the fur? Yeah, because this fur's gonna go... Yeah, hold on. Okay, we'll just have the design, but not the fur thing. Okay. Are you good enough, boy, to win the chance to pre-order the PS5 for an unknown amount of money? Yeah, there's a whole fiasco about that. So, for anyone unaware, Sony is doing a really weird thing where they're actually... you have to sign up to, like, almost like a raffle to get chosen to have the privilege of pre-ordering a PlayStation 5. And again, they still haven't given us a price or a certain release date. We have a release window this year, holiday this year. We don't have a date. It's September. November is in 2 months. We need a date. We need a November 22nd or something, just to make up a random date. I don't know what date that's gonna be, but you know, we need an official calendared date and a price for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and they still haven't given it to us. So, as much as I kind of do want a PlayStation 5, I'm also kind of skeptical on getting one, again, because of that, like aforementioned secrecy with it. And two, I feel like a new computer is it's going to be much more, first of all, urgent if I want to do VTubing. It's going to be much more urgent. And two, it's going to be much more useful because like I still have a lot of games. Like, I'm not in need of getting a PS5 because I'm running out of games. I am not under any capacity running out of games. Okay. I haven't been keeping up that much with the PS5 news, so that sounds ridiculous. Usually I buy consoles when they're dead, so I know my options and how well they do over the years, also for cheaper price. Yeah, I know a lot of people are waiting for the PlayStation 5 to drop so that they can buy a PS4 at a, like, much cheaper price. And so, in particular, Sony is trying to really get people, like, they said, Jesus Christ, my voice. They said that they really want people to upgrade from the PS4 to the PS5, and they want to do that like ASAP. They want everyone to like ditch their PlayStation 4s in favor of the PlayStation 5 like the day it comes out. So that tells me that the PS4 is going to become dirt cheap. Even the PlayStation 4 Pro is probably going to become dirt cheap. So, hey, if you've been looking to buy a PlayStation 4, that was probably going to be the best time to do it. Well, when the PS5 comes out, it's going to be the best time to do it. But yeah, there's also a lot of talk about whether the PlayStation 5 is going to be backwards compatible with like anything besides PS4. They've confirmed that it will be backwards compatible with I quote, an overwhelming majority of PlayStation 4 games. That means not every game, and that is corporate speech. That could very well mean an overwhelming amount of PlayStation 4 games that we like. If you're trying to play like what's a weird game on PS4? Like if you're trying to play like Deception 4 Nightmare Princess on PlayStation 5, it might not run. You might need a PS4 for that, but who knows? Excuse me, you just said you were going to be VTubing? Is that what this character is for? Alright, your Twitter avatar is a squirrel character. Yes. Right, you weren't here for the beginning. But yes, this is actually I'm working on designing my VTuber character. And also it's not gonna be something that I do soon. Because on top of the character, I need to do the Live 2D and I need to do a computer upgrade. Because I don't think, I mean I haven't tried it, but I don't think I can run OBS and the Live 2D program that does the face cam thing. I don't even have a face cam. That's another thing. I need to get one of those. But yeah, I don't think I can run that and then run a game over here. I mean, maybe I could. But I'll have to give it a shot first. Okay. Probably one of the AAA PS4 games that sold the most got the best reviews. Or got the best reviews. Yeah, so like you can definitely expect Horizon and Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding and God of War and Spider-Man. I'm sure. Actually, not Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is getting it's getting that like they're making Spider-Man Miles Morales a launch title on PS5, and apparently it's an expansion, and I'm not sure if I remember correctly, they might have said that it comes with like the original game, or they might have not specified that and said it's just an expansion, which, I mean, you can't be an expansion without the base product. And some people have said it's a full-on sequel, so who knows? But again, point is, expect the big games on PS4 to run on PS5. But if you got some obscure games on your PS4, which I'm sure there's plenty of them, don't expect them to necessarily run on PS5. Now, they did make a thing. Sony did make an announcement that they will force every developer after, like, you know, every game that comes out for the PS4 after, I believe, June of this year has to also work with the PlayStation 5. So, like, again, Ghost of Tsushima is definitely running on PS5. Last of Us 2 running on PS5. Crash Bandicoot coming out next month. Crash 4, it's about time. That's going to run on PS5. But that leaves 6 years of games that are left in uncertainty. So, that's a problem. Anyway, do I like these gloves? These gloves are fine. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything with the gloves. Let's see. This whole topic just fills my head with question marks. In fact, since I joined just after waking up today, please imagine me as that Mr. Krabs meme with radio. I know which one you're talking. I don't have it on. I need to get a bunch of pictures. I need to get like a whole selection of meme pictures that I can just like, pow, here's a meme picture. But that'll be for a later date. Oh, there's something else I need to do besides beginning a VTuber avatar. I need to customize my channel setup a little bit more. Because like the purple and black background and color scheme that I use for like you can see it a little bit down here at the bottom of the screen, and you can see it in my like VRB screen and my logo. I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't say anything about me, so I'm definitely gonna have to do like some graphic design. Graphic design that fits this character with the channel. And I might need to get some. I need to find the like proper music to put as background for stuff. And I need to. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do. But I do want to do it. I definitely want to do it. It's not. I know I say a lot of stuff that I want to do and then I end up not doing any of it. I understand that. And I understand if you're skeptical about me doing anything. But I do want to do it. It's just a matter of doing it. Okay. Anyways, let's put a zipper right here. Oh wait, the zipper can look like a little tree. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute right there. I like that. I might. Okay, hold on. Let's make it a little bit bigger though. That's a lot bigger, but I like it. It's cartoonishly big. I like cartoonishly big. Like getting caught up with also revamped. You know what? Sure. Yeah, that's part of the things on my to-do list still. You say music a second ago. Maybe I can help. I've been wanting to make a jingle for my channel too. I will there. If I want to get something, I'll definitely get in contact with you, which is very easy. I mean, I can just go to Facebook and hey, you wanna do a thing. But yes, a lot of VTubers. Actually, yes, that's a thing that a lot of like more professional VTubers get for themselves. They will get like a little jingle. Some music that they use for the channel. A lot of them just use like royalty-free music or basic music that they find somewhere that that probably won't get copyright claimed, but not all of them. And you know, it's important to make sure that you're using music that's either 100% original or okay to use. Which normally I don't care that much about copyrights, but I don't know. I feel like I should change that mentality, because as much as the copyright system is a bit of a pain in the ass, I also understand that it's not under our control to say yes or no to it, so we need to kind of build around it. Anyway, these are shoes. The shoes are fine. Like the bottom part of the model is not that important. You're gonna be seeing like from here to here. You're not gonna be seeing this bottom part that much. So if this doesn't look like amazing, that's okay. Let's see. After the next 2 chapters are done for it, I'll be done with Ruben and Elder with a sizable amount of content to ask for beta readers and quick readers on Reddit, and hopefully somewhere else. I hope Reddit has been treating you well, because Reddit is a pretty good place sometimes. Like for VTubers, Reddit is a godsend. So many VTubers have become popular and successful thanks to like Redditors and like the virtual YouTubers and our Hololive and our Nijisanji sharing VTuber stuff and being such an active community. But I know I've also heard stories of Reddit not being that great, so again, hopefully Reddit is treating you well. Copyright claims are complete rubbish and you're going to have to deal with them for the stupidest of reasons. I actually read yesterday that VTuber Kimiko Kana, she was playing Osu, and she was also just playing like random music on her stream, and apparently she got 32 copyright claims on her stream. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know you could get that many on a single stream. So there you go. Copyright sucks. I don't like this thing over here. Do I want him? Do I want some pockets over here? Maybe. Let's see. I definitely don't. I definitely don't like this. Oh, no, not this. This. That's ugly. I don't like that. But probably the rest is fine-ish. I just need to substitution for it. Ever heard of a shepherd's tone? It's a repeating scale like the endless stairs in Mario 64 that tricks you into thinking the tone is constantly rising even though it actually goes nowhere. Anyway, someone put a shepherd's tone in a copyrighted music and you can get flagged for something like that. Oh my god. But the stupidest example there will be the time Vinny got a Content ID match because of a cricket sound effect that went into a copyrighted album. Wow. Like, I get it. Sound effects do take like an actual amount of effort and stuff, but there is just something inherently very shitty about applying copyrights to sound effects, especially like very simple sound effects. Like if it's a very peculiarly recognizable sound effect from a very specific phrase, like if you do the I as much as I don't like it, I understand like the Nintendo putting copyrights on like, I don't know, like the Mario pipe sound, like yeah, that thing, or you know, when you get a mushroom, when you get when you get every freaking Mario sound effect is recognizable. I understand those being copyrighted, but like a cricket, it's a cricket. They exist. If you can't copyright crickets. You don't own crickets. Even if we're talking about the sport cricket, and you get like a sound effect from a cricket, the creator of the sport cricket can't copyright a sound effect that you would hear in cricket. But you know what? I sincerely hope I don't get a copyright claim for this waterfall sound effect that I have playing in the background right now. I'm not sure if you guys can even hear it. If you can't, honestly, that's okay. Alright, I've had to deal with this too. I played Punch-Out years ago, and some American who isn't even remotely connected to Nintendo used Punch-Out music in a mashup, and I got Content ID'd for that. Wow. That is just bullshit. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out where I want fur in the pants. That's a weird statement. I'm never saying that again. I feel like I'll get in trouble if I say that too much. Maybe I can have like, Jesus Christ, what happened to my pen? Alright, calm down, buddy. Pen. Ah. Yeah, that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's see, I should have a little bit of fur over here. And then that'll be like the pocket. Just pretend it's pocket. I just now put in earbuds, and only now can I hear this water sound you mentioned. Yeah, it's not particularly loud. I don't intend for the background sound effect to be too loud. It's just, I mean, it's just background noises. I could put some music on, but you know, in the topic of talking about copyright claims, I just don't even want to risk it. And it's not like this stream is particularly, it's not like this stream is monetized. I don't even have access to monetization. But you know, I don't want to get in the again, I want to get in the habit of not using too much copyrighted music. So you know, that's the thing. Okay. Anyways, we'll put the fur over here on the bottom bar of the shoes again. Not the shoes, the pants that connects with the shoes. And I don't like these lines that I put over here. I was trying to do a thing, but it didn't really work out, so we'll just take that off. And I guess that's fine-ish. No, not really. I don't like it. Hold on. Let's get rid of that, and let's do something else with the pants. I don't want it to be just plain pants. I don't want to have some kind of pattern in here, but I don't know what kind of pattern I want. I suppose I could try the tree again. Or, yeah, I guess, hold on. Let's see, what if I like... something like that. Yeah, something like that. Probably, yeah, that works out. That works all right. Like, it doesn't look great, but it looks. It could look a lot better. I mean, it could look a lot worse. Okay. There, the pants are no longer basic, and I could probably do some more color mixing when we actually get to that. The rectangle lines in both legs kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora pants with the I fair enough. I was actually kind of thinking about that too, and I don't want like 50,000 belts. I mean, Tetsuya Nomura, he can keep all of the belts. I don't need a belt collection. I only need one belt for the pants that you're not even seeing here. So yeah, it's okay. All right. Well, we're almost done with it. Also, again, this is just a design model. I guarantee you the legs will be longer on the actual thing, but this is just like the design thing. And the last thing I was working on was the tail. I'm not sure if I like the tail like that. It. It. If I can make it look a little bit more interesting, it might work out. But otherwise, it's like Kingdom Hearts 2 that took the design tip from Lulu from Final Fantasy X. Oh my god, Lulu! I forgot about that. Yeah, Lulu has. How long did it take to design Lulu? Because I believe she not only has like a million belts, she has different belts. Like, they're not, as far as I remember, it might be the same belt. It's been a minute since I played Final Fantasy X or saw Final Fantasy X. But I believe Lulu has not only like 50 different belts on her. They're all like, again, they're all different. There are different designs of belts. Like, if a fan artist wants to really go in with Lulu, he's going to have a bad fucking time. Alright, anyways, the tail. What do I want to do with, like, so obviously it's a squirrel. Unless I make it a chipmunk. Chipmunks have very, very little tails, and at that point I could probably just get away with not giving him one. But I've always used the squirrel, and I kind of want to continue with the squirrel. So he's got to have one, but it looks out of place. I don't know why, it just looks out of place. It doesn't look right. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe it's the... Ooh, you know what? Maybe it's not so much the look of the thing, maybe it's the position. What if I make it like wrap around here? Like a Saiyan. But not like that. Hold on. Because if it goes around like this, I think we got the hair and ears and making the character seem more wolfish. I guess. I suppose you're right. It doesn't look too much like a squirrel. But that's not too much of a problem, I guess. I mean, it's fine. All right, let's see. What I think we can do something here. We can definitely do something here. So if we make it like to cover his pants. Oh yeah. That's good. I'm not sure if it's gonna look fine or if it's gonna look really awkward. So let's see. It also depends how thick we make it. So he's gonna have like a little stripe over here, and then I can do something here. I don't know exactly what, but I can do something here. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. All right. So is that? Maybe I needed to cover all of this. How often do you eat junk food with the pandemic going on? Um, Not that often actually. I actually eat less. Like I haven't been to like a fast food restaurant in a while. I think the last time was a Chick-fil-A, and that's because somebody gave me a gift card for Chick-fil-A. Otherwise, okay, I have been eating pizza. I did make a tweet about how much I wanted pizza, and then I had some pizza, and I've had pizza a couple times since that time I had pizza. Um, but no, I haven't eaten that much junk food. I mostly just cook at home now, or make. I'm not sure if like the pre-made lunches, like the Mary Calendars and the and the Stouffer's and all of those kinds of lunches count as junk food. But I feel like they're a step above that, and I have been eating those a bit more often. But yeah, it's mostly homemade stuff that I've been eating, which has always been the case, anyways. So yeah, I've actually eaten less junk food in the pandemic, especially because you can't go out anymore. You can't. Okay, well you can, but you shouldn't. Um, it's made it more annoying, and I really don't like drive-thrus. I Drive-thrus give me anxiety for some reason. Okay, no, not really, but they do. I just don't like the feeling of trying to like explain my order to somebody through like a radio system. It's just not for me. And now with the pandemic, we all have to use drive-thrus, and I'm just not a fan of drive-thrus. So yeah, usually if I want like a burger, I will get it from somewhere else. And also the other thing is that because my mom is staying home a lot more often, we usually get something from like Uber Eats, rather than buying it from rather than buying something from a restaurant. And Uber Eats is not junk food. Uber Eats is expensive. And I probably wouldn't do Uber Eats like at all if I was eating by myself. Except for like a couple of occasions, like special occasions. But my mom and I have always had a habit of eating out like once or twice a week. And now we can't eat out, so we get Uber Eats. And it costs roughly the same that we've been paying, just a little bit more for like the delivery fees and stuff. It's great to hear. I know some people will prefer to order delivery to get junk food instead of going outside, so it's good to know you've improved a bit outside of pizza. No, yeah, yeah, well, and I also eat less. I mean, I've been eating less even before the pandemic, but I do eat less, so I don't have like that bad habit of getting food at weird times, which is when junk food is available. Yeah, because like restaurants will close at like 8 p.m., maybe 7. Junk food will stay open all night, if not most of the night, if not all night. But I don't do that. And I especially don't do that because I don't want to bother an Uber Eats driver going to freaking Burger King. I've been wanting Burger King. I've got hella coupons over here. Actually, I could go, but I just don't feel like it, and I don't want to bother a freaking Uber Eats driver to go to Burger King. Like if I'm gonna pay for delivery, I'm gonna do it at a. I'm not. I've never done Uber Eats when it's raining, and I really don't want to ever have to do Uber Eats when it's raining because I don't like. If I know that somebody is gonna have to drive through the rain to get me food, I will feel bad. If I want food and it's raining, I'll figure it out. I'll look at my drawers. I'll look at my fridge. I'll do something. And if I really have to, I will go out and get the food myself. I will not put someone to drive through the rain to get me food. That just feels shitty. Anyway, what was it? This like. You know what? This looks like a big ass fanny pack. I kind of like it. Hold on a second. Hold on. What does it look like without this? Wait, where's the there it is. Okay. That actually doesn't look that bad. Well, okay, it looks very silly, but I don't mind. It's that is beautiful. I knew that's it. He's just gonna have a big ass fanny pack, and it's actually like the squirrel tail. That's it. That's the one. This the one, boys. This the one, chief. Okay. I've seen some Uber Eats ads on YouTube. What's the advantage of using their services? You get your food delivered to your house. There is no actual advantage to it. Though they do give you discounts if you use it regularly. Like, I'll often get like a 10% discount, and if you're really lucky, you might get like 50% discount. The other day, my food came in like almost an hour late, and to compensate for that, they gave me a $10 off coupon for my next purchase. So you do get like discounts if you use their service regularly. But if you do have the option to go and pick up the food yourself, it will be cheaper. For Uber Eats, you will have to pay for delivery fee and service fee, and then you will have to tip. Okay, you don't have to tip, but you will. It will be really shitty if you don't tip. And yeah, so like if you can just go to the restaurant and pick up the food yourself, do that. We're just lazy. Okay, that kind of reminds me of the Inner 2. So a bag of cramped stuff into would have been very in character for a squirrel. Yeah, especially because I have it's actually kind of fitting for me too, because I just got hella stuff on this desk over here. Like I got water. I've got hand cream or hand lotion. I mean, I've got like controllers. I've got all kinds of tools around this house. Okay. Personally, I use DoorDash for deliveries for the sushi restaurant, but I'm open to other delivery options. I have not tried other delivery options. I don't know if DoorDash or Grubhub or any other service that I'm not aware of is better. So I can't compare Uber Eats to DoorDash or Grubhub. I can just tell you my personal and close experience with Uber Eats, and also that doesn't take into account the local delivery of the restaurant. If you're eating delivery from a pizza, if you're getting Domino's or Papa John's, they'll have delivery, and that delivery might be better. It might be worse. I don't know. Usually Asian restaurants will have delivery. Not always, but oftentimes they do. That might be better. I don't know. So, I can't give you comparisons. I can just tell you my personal experience with Uber Eats. It works fine. Anyways, I think we're done with this design. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like it. Is there anything that I would really change here? I mean, not really. The rest is gonna be up to the coloring now. Because, what kind of color scheme do I want to have? Obviously, there's gotta be some brown. Like, the hair's probably gonna be brown. And a lot of parts of the clothes are probably going to be brown. And then a little bit of white. Like, it's gonna have a similar color scheme to this right here. Brown, pastel, and green. Not just because I like green, and it also goes well with the whole nature aesthetic with the trees. So yeah, I like that. So I guess what's the next step? Make different angles? I mean, I could. I should. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Actually, you know what? Here, let's. Well, I have not saved at all today. Oh my god! I really just worked an hour and a half on a drawing and didn't save once throughout that whole thing. What is wrong with me? Oh my god! I'm used to saving like once every minute or once every 2 minutes. That's terrible. Okay, don't not save, guys. Make sure you don't not save. Make sure you do save very often. You will regret it if you don't. I speak from experience. All right. Let's make a new. Let's make a new canvas here. Not that I don't need that big. Hold on. We're just gonna make the face, and we're gonna try to color the face, and I've got about half an hour to do it. Yikes! I save compulsively on Microsoft Word. Yeah, I usually save compulsively, but I guess I got distracted today because of streaming, and getting distracted with streaming. So let's see. I don't need like a super big one. I just need like a 800 by like 600 pixels. Yeah, just like something like that. And I'm gonna draw the face. And I'm gonna first here I gotta need to make that color. That color. There we go. And then we're just gonna make the face. I'm gonna make the face that I just drew, and then we're gonna color it. Well, we have to be quick about it though, because I'm a very slow drawer. But if I have to be able to draw quickly if I want to have a. Actually, we should probably try to make the face we should make the face forward. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. From my experience, third parties like StubHub send pizza orders directly to the restaurant, so it's the exact same person that delivers your food. Only advantage to not just placing a normal delivery order is third-party exclusive coupons. Oh, Oh, you meant Grubhub, not StubHub. I was like, that's a weird name for a service, but I'll go with it. Oh, Grubhub. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I've actually seen a lot of ads for Grubhub specifically. They keep advertising that one dude with like, you can get rewards, cash back, and noodles. And like they're making a big deal about you being able to get cash back, and I don't get why. Like, this is the least optimal time to advertise cash back, especially from my delivery driver. I don't know if I want like my food delivery driver to give me cash back, to like be able to give me cash back. Okay, I'm on the road getting food for myself now, so that's like the last long message as I can send for a while. That's okay, and be careful on the road, by the way. Don't text and drive. I mean, I'm sure I don't need to really tell you that, but you know. Okay. Hope your meal goes well. Yeah, hope you get something nice and tasty. I don't know what I'm gonna have tomorrow. I've got a plentiful amounts of options. I did not say I got plenty of options for food in my house. That's what I meant to say. But I mean, I could eat burgers, I could eat chicken, I could eat turkey, I could actually cook something like properly. I don't like cooking by myself, that's the thing. And my mom's gonna be off the weekend, so I'm not sure if I will, but I could. Okay, let's see. Bad coincidence that coin shortages are happening now. My debit card chip stopped working last month. Oh. You definitely need to get a new one. But if your card has the tap function, that might be alright. I've actually been using. We actually got that implemented where I work not too long ago, and it's been working fine. So far, you just tap the thing, and it works. Okay, let's see. I am really bad with like frontal perspective, so that's why I'm just mirroring it. I know, don't do that, by the way. If you're an aspiring artist, don't do what I'm doing. Also, I'm gonna change the layer size of this because I realized I should make the width 300 and the height 800. And that makes more sense because we're drawing a face. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, don't actually try to learn how to do both angles correctly. Don't just copy paste one angle because you can't do that first of all in traditional art. Or maybe you can, but it's very complicated. And second, it's just not a good habit to get into. But you know, today I don't feel like trying too hard today. Let's see. I don't think I ever see a tap chip scanner in this town. Well, fair enough. We do have those in my place. Not this one. Actually, I don't need this one anymore. Close that. Zoom in here, and let's start with the glasses. Well, actually, we made the glasses green. Well, actually, no. This is just a rough draft. It doesn't need to be a particular color, but we're just gonna make them green because that'll make me remember it a little bit better. Something's not right. Maybe I probably need to make that bigger. Hold on. You know what? It looks too sharp. That's the problem. It looks a bit too sharp for my liking. Okay. Yeah, more square-like, less like Spider-Man looking eyes. Okay, I guess that looks a little bit better. Alright. So make it about that big, maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, like that. Yeah. Do it over here. And well, actually they should be a little bit further apart from each other, like that. Put thing to that. Okay. And then we do this, and then it's gonna have like a lower layer down here. Okay. Cool. And now we just copy that again. Don't do this. I'm just doing it because I'm not in the mood to try to learn today. So we're just gonna do this. Okay. Is that correct? That looks a little bit off. Hold on. We're gonna move it a little bit towards here. Okay. That's good enough. That's probably good enough. Okay. Now I've gotten halfway through Neptunia 1, I've come to like the 4 main CPUs from best to least. Blanc, Vert, Noir, and Neptune. I'm shocked at how many secondary characters have become party members too. I just thought I'd be using only the CPUs. No, there's a lot of bonus characters. Now, stat-wise, usability-wise, you're probably gonna stick mainly to the CPUs. Or some of the DLC characters, or like extra characters, because the ones that you actually get in the game, like they're fine, but they're not gonna be that powerful. Some of them do have some pretty impressive power at first, but like as the game progresses, the CPUs will outstat them. But they are cool to have, like from personality wise. Yeah, they're all. My favorite of the 4 is Vert. And my least favorite is probably Noir. But that doesn't mean I don't like Noir. I love all 4 of them, and I especially love their interactions with them. Yeah, the 4 CPUs of Hyperdimension Neptunia, and then you know there's a whole bunch more characters through the entire Neptunia franchise. And in fact, they did announce that there's going to be a Neptunia game coming out on PS5. They gave us a name. I don't remember the name. But they did give us a name, and that's it. No screenshots, no gameplay trailers, no teaser. Just, hey, we're working on Neptunia on PS5. Get excited. And then said nothing else. Oh well. Let's see. Let's do the. I'm probably not gonna get to color this today. Okay, I agree. My favorite secondary character is Compa. Her English voice acting is hilarious and enjoyable. Ify isn't that far behind, especially with her level-headedness compared to everyone else. Yeah, Ify and Compa are very, very cool too. I know Compa is voiced by Christina V. Christina V is an excellent voice actress. If she's probably one of my favorite voice actresses out there. And she has a very, very impressive voice range because she voiced Compa, which she has like this. She has this very high pitched, like girly, cute voice, and then she voices Velvet from Tales of Berseria, who has like this much lower, growly, serious voice. That I can't remember what she sounds like off the top of my head, but I know Velvet is way deeper. So yeah, she has a very impressive voice range. And what am I doing? I can't copy this yet. Okay. And yeah, Christina V is great. I don't know who voices Ify, but it's someone pretty impressive too. Also, I realized they didn't actually make the eyebrows, like give the eyebrows an actual design here. So we'll try to. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be too. Hold on a second. Do I want to give him some like bushy ass eyebrows? Maybe. It fits with like the squirrel aesthetic. We'll go with that. If I don't like it, I can change it. That's okay. All right. Let's see, something like that. Okay. What other games have been? Tales of Arise, that got officially delayed to 2021, but everybody knew it was gonna be delayed because we had like no news. It was supposed to come out this year, and we had like no news for it up until they announced that it was gonna be delayed. So we knew it was gonna be delayed. We just needed an official announcement for it. I'm still very much looking forward to it though. It looks very cool. It looks very good, and I hope it. This is a weird thing to be worried about, but I hope it doesn't fall victim to but how does Jim Sterling say it? Capitalism. Yeah, the triple A nonsense that you see so much in games. I hope it doesn't fall too much, like it doesn't get too many like DLC or weird pre-order stuff. But Bandai Namco has shown that they can get like very, very aggressive with DLC if they wanna go with it. So I hope they don't get too aggressive with the DLC. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Let's see. You got some wavy hair, boy. I mean, I totally forgot about Tales of Arise. Dang, it really has been a while since we got news. Yeah, we got news like when E3 was a thing last year. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. Looking forward to any news that we get for it, and hopefully we'll hear something either towards the end of this year or actually Tokyo Game Show is happening soon. I don't remember exactly when, but like this month. So we might get some news there. I don't know. I don't remember seeing Tales of Arise be mentioned, but while we didn't get Tales of Arise, we did get Tales of Questoria. That came out like a month or two ago, and that is the mobile Tales of game of this year. It feels like there's a new freaking mobile Tales of game like every 2 years, and they never really work out, or at least they don't work out outside Japan. But Tales of Questoria looks really good. Like, for a mobile game, it looks really good. But it's still a freaking mobile game. And the problem with it being a mobile game is that I can't run it on my phone. I don't enjoy playing games on my phone. Even Arknights, that looks kind of cool. I just don't enjoy playing games on my phone, so I don't download them, and I don't think my phone can even run those games very well. So I would love it if Tales of Crestoria followed in the footsteps of MiHoYo, the Chinese developer for Honkai Impact the Third and Genshin Impact. That's coming out later this month, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen any videos of Genshin Impact. That game looks fantastic. I really want to play Genshin Impact. But anyways, yeah. So they put Honkai Impact on mobile, and it's a really, really, really good looking game for a mobile game. That is probably one of the best, if not the best looking game I've ever seen run on a freaking mobile phone. But they realized that a lot of people wanted to play it on a different console, so they put Honkai Impact on PC. And if I ever play that game, which I do actually want to, that's where I'm going to play it, on PC. I'm not playing it on mobile. And then Genshin Impact, it was originally planned to be like it was probably originally developed as a mobile game, but then they also, let's just put it on like everything. So it's coming out on mobile devices and PC and console. Specifically PS4 and Switch. I don't think it's coming out on Xbox, but it might. I don't know. I don't recommend Genshin Impact. I saw a review of it from a beta test, and it isn't really good. It mimics a lot of Zelda's Breath of the Wild. Well, the good thing about Genshin Impact is that it's free. So you can just try it. And if you don't like it, you can just delete it. It's fine. So, yeah, definitely, like, even if I end up not liking it, I can play it for free. So that's the... So I'm not too concerned if I end up not liking it, because it's not going to be a particularly big loss on my part, or anyone's part for that matter. Okay, let's see. How did that year go again? It's a little bit like actually, we're going to have to make the head a little bit smaller. It's taking up a bit too much screen. Okay, but again, I think Honkai Impact is also free, so. You know, that's the cool thing about free games. If you end up not liking them, that's okay. You just delete it, and you didn't lose anything in the process. You're not losing money. You're not losing. You're only losing a little bit of time. Which, I mean, you agreed to lose a little bit of your time anyways if you were gonna play a game. So that's not a big deal. And yeah. So, Arknights is another game that I kind of want to try, but again, it's also on a mobile thing, so I don't know if I really want to try it. Hold on, this doesn't look right. It's surprisingly hard to mimic this hair. Well, let's see. This here was more like that. Okay. But yeah, again, I'll definitely give Genshin Impact a shot. And if I end up not liking it, that's, again, it's a shame. It looks like the kind of game that I would really enjoy. Because I really like that sort of just exploration games, and I've always wanted to play a game that takes... I've always kind of wanted to play a game that is set in the sort of setting that Genshin Impact is, where it's like just like a cool anime world. And there's been a lot of attempts to it, I feel like, with some Bandai Namco games, but it's just... Genshin Impact seems to be doing it a little bit better, because it just focuses on the movement on exploration. And exploration a lot better than like a Tales of game, for example. Like your mobility options, that's what I'm trying to say. Your mobility options on Genshin Impact are considerably more impressive than in, like, Tales of anything, or even Neptunia or anything like that. And I just like moving around. Like I've been playing Prototype lately, and you know what's one of my favorite things to do in Prototype? Just run around. Not even fight anyone, not get in trouble, just run around, jumping on buildings and doing all kinds of things. I love games with like very like well-made mobility. It's just... Actually, I think his neck should be a little bit thicker. Hold on. Yeah, I love it when a game lets you have a lot of mobility. Journey is a great exploration game. Yes, and I've actually got Journey. Why? Because that game was being given out for free for PlayStation Plus users, I want to say like 2 or 3 months ago? Maybe in either June or July. I think that was the game. One of the games being given out for free. So... yeah. That's a thing that I have now. I'm very thankful for it. I'll play it eventually. Also, I think are you missing something? No, you're done. Okay, well, he looks like a Tales of character. Like the mouth. It's making me think of like Yuri or Lloyd. Oh yeah, the chin hair. Yeah, that's what he's missing. Okay, the goatee. Can't forget the goatee. Okay. Yeah, he actually kind of looks like... he's got Yuri's facial expression now that I look at him. And I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that. I love Tales of. Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. Cool. Let's wow. Okay, we might go for a little bit closer to 3 hours tonight. I don't mean to keep you guys up all night, but I do kind of want to get some progress in on this. All right, let's see. So now we just gotta do the line work real quick, and let's save. Let's save. I haven't saved. What is wrong with me? I usually save like obsessively, like every 2 seconds. What's wrong? All right. Boom. There. All right. Let's okay. Let's make it a little bit less visible, and then we're gonna start drawing. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Is there anything else that I would like to do? That I would like to stream this year? Besides just this, I don't know. Not particularly. I kind of just... If I do any more streaming this year, it will probably just be working on this stuff. Working in anything VTuber related, so I can get ready for it. And we'll just have discussion streams like this and drawing streams, and that'll be cool. I can't remember if Tales of Symphonia made my top 20 RPG list, but if it did, it was planning on trying to draw Lloyd's wanted poster. That's pretty easy. I've actually drawn... I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of history. Before I started streaming, back in like 2017, I want to say 2016, 2017, I think. I was actually gonna do a let's play of Tales of Symphonia, and I did record like a good amount of content for Tales of Symphonia, and I think I even edited like a video, like a half-an-hour video of it, but I never finished that. I never really got done with that project, and that's when I started streaming, and then later I streamed Tales of Symphonia. But yeah, if I had actually continued to do just regular let's plays, Tales of Symphonia would have been the next one I did after Resident Evil. So hey, there's some trivia for you. Okay, what games do you think you'd get back to streaming? I know you're still on Tales of the Abyss, but you've got Tales of Fantasia and that other cop game, Condemned: Criminal Origins. Honestly, there is something that is a little bit that I've definitely been mulling it over, and that is if I start as a VTuber, it's gonna be like a new thing for me. Like it's gonna be a new what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it's gonna be a new audience. It's gonna be a lot of new people. Okay, it's not guaranteed to be a lot of new people, but it will definitely be. Or what am I trying to say here? It would be like a new beginning for me mostly. So I have actually thought of since my original Let's Plays and streams and all of that have only been seen by a couple of people, I would probably re-stream a lot of the games. A lot of the games that I have played already. Maybe not all of them. I don't think I'll be playing the Xenosaga games again. But I could definitely see myself replaying some games, like re-streaming some games for a new audience. But I probably would even make like a new channel and everything. I'm not sure. But I don't want to just become a VTuber and then throw a bunch of new people into a lot of my old content that I haven't, that just happened when I wasn't a VTuber. And, I'm mulling it over. I'm not sure yet. And definitely I would like to diversify, as you said, diversify my audience. I would also like to diversify my content. Try to do drawing streams more often. Try to do chatting. Well, okay, I probably would not do just like a typical drawing stream. I mean, a chatting stream where you just speaking to the mic for like an hour or two. I would probably do if I would do a chatting stream, it's gonna be like this, where I'm doing something else besides just chatting. Do Xenogears. I would not be against Xenogears. It is available on the PlayStation Store for PlayStation 3. Not 4. You can't get PS1 games on PlayStation 4. But you can get on PlayStation 3. Maybe just restreaming the more enjoyable games instead of most out of time efficiency. To be honest, I'd rather see new games than repeating ones unless your gameplay is significantly different. Fair enough. Again, so it's something I'm mulling over. But it depends on how the new audience would react. Okay. Because I don't, again, but this is just speculation though. I'm not saying there's gonna be a bunch of new people coming in. I'm just thinking that there probably would be a lot of different people coming in. Because I definitely would advertise my streams. Definitely on the VTuber subreddit. I would make numerous posts on the VTuber subreddit, r/virtual YouTubers. I want to be specific, not like I wouldn't advertise myself on our whole life. That wouldn't make sense. But on the virtual YouTubers one, I would definitely advertise myself there and try to get in contact with a lot of current VTubers so I can start to form like a sort of a friend circle, I guess. Because the Western VTuber community is growing, but it's still kind of small. It's not there's probably like only a few hundred, and that's if you're even counting like the really small ones for Western VTubers. If you're only counting like the big, more better known Western VTubers, you probably have like less than 50 like well-known popular Western VTubers, and that's okay. Popularity is one thing, but it's not the do all end all for the VTuber community. But yeah, there's definitely some people that I would like to get to know a little bit better, get to interact with, have fun with, do collabs with. And again, that all depends on like whether I can get a schedule that I can work around more. I mean, I would definitely change my work availability if VTubering starts to become like profitable. But I'm not betting on it. I would just like it to be the case. Okay, HC Bailey is doing a second Let's Play of Final Fantasy 2. And he's done so many improvements. You wouldn't think his first Let's Play is anything like this current one. Fair enough. I forgot to ask, would you continue using this Twitch channel for VTubing? Or would you migrate to a new YouTube/other channel to livestream? Yes. Like, the answer is like, I'm 99% sure that I would just use a new channel. Because, I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with this one, but I would just move on to a new one. It makes more sense to do that. Now, again, this isn't gonna happen anytime soon. Not until I'm able to do this more prominently. But yes, it is definitely it's just gonna help things keep organized. I would definitely make sure to let people know that because there's little point on trying to hide who I am, like trying to be like, oh, I'm a new guy, I've never been on the internet before, what am I doing, I'm 12 and what is this? No. I would probably let people know that yes, this is who I used to be, this is my old channel, this is my content, it's a piece of history, you can go back, you can watch it, it's all there. But we're gonna do something new now, and you know, that's probably the plan. And yeah, I definitely want to get in contact with a lot of cool people. I've actually yesterday, not even early this morning, yesterday I actually did my first channel subscription here on Twitch. So I've got some new emotes that I can use for a month, like this one. Boom. I mean, you can't see it on the stream, but you can see it on chat. I definitely want to get some like cool emotes with this character. That would be nice. Okay, speaking of your old content, have you told everyone about canceling New Judgment? Have I? I don't know. Maybe. I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Hey, you know what they say, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyways, what was I doing? No, wait, no. I don't want to change the color. What time is it? It's 2:05. Okay. No, it's not 2:05 a.m. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 5 minutes. It is 11:07 p.m. If I'm streaming at 2:05 a.m. and being this loud, I'm punching myself. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's see. Let's work on the hair now. I want to get this done before we're done streaming tonight. I'm being very rough with the line work, but that's okay. I need to learn to not be so meticulously detailed with my line work, because it takes a long time to draw like that, and I don't really want to do that. But let's see. Okay. I'm surprised I'm able to speak this long with it. I remember I used to drink hella water. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I'm still drinking water. I could probably have a water bottle. wait, hold on. Okay, let me save this real quick. I need to draw a water bottle real quick, because I drink so much freaking water. Yeah, well, let's have like a little water ball right here. Yeah, that that is a perfect freaking detail because I drink so much water. I drink so much water. It just makes sense to have like a water ball, or maybe like a whole assortment of them here on this like tail fanny pack that I have here. Oh my god. Draw a giant smart water ball, yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's make it huge. Let's make it huge. There's huge water bottle. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes. This character is coming along quite nicely. Um. Okay. Oh, also I've been definitely learning Japanese as well. Um. It's. I mean, I'm still not even like basic conversational level because Japanese is an extremely difficult language, especially for someone who doesn't have experience with like Asian languages in general. I mean, I did learn a little bit of Korean like in 2019, but it doesn't compare. Japanese is a whole freaking can of worms, but I have learned a couple things. Okay, I just refreshed. I think I was watching the stream with like a minute of delay because I hit so many dead zones on the road. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, I have been learning Japanese. I definitely want to get. Okay, here's my Japanese learning goal. I want to learn Japanese well enough so that I can play. I can stream Japan only games and do like a live translation for it. And you know, being a big Tales of fan, there's so many Japan only Tales of games that I've always wanted to play, but you know the language barrier is just too big, and a few of them have English translations, but a lot of Japanese Tales of games don't have a translation. Like games that I really wish had an English translation, even a fan translation, don't have one. Like the original SNES Tales of Fantasia and the PS1 version of Tales of Fantasia has an English translation, but not the PSP Cross Edition. That's the best one. That has even more that has voice acting and updated graphics and updated stuff. Tales of Destiny, the original, has an official, PS1. That one has an official English release, but not the remake on PS2. A lot of cool Tales of games just don't have that English audience. So if I can get my Japanese good enough to where I can like read and sort of translate, that'd be, ooh, that's a dream come true right there. And I mean, again, I'm practicing. I know my hiraganas, I know my katakanas, I know my a I U E o, nani nune no, babi bube bo, sasi suse so. I know the order is not A E I O U like in English. It's A I U E o. It's a different order, but it's fine. It works just fine. And I'm learning some kanji. It's kanji is the worst, but it's all. I understand also why it's important. You can't just not learn kanji. You have to learn kanji. It's a pain in the ass. It is extremely difficult, but it is the Japanese language. And pronunciation is actually not that difficult because Japanese pronunciation is pretty similar to Spanish pronunciation. In English, words flow a lot. I don't know if that's the right word to say, but pronunciation in English is really weird. Pronunciation in Spanish is much more straightforward. Pronunciation in Japanese is very similar to pronunciation in Spanish. So, I was going to guess, so can I write fan captions for my favorite VTuber? I mean, VTubers, the lifeblood of VTubers on the West is translated clips. Like, there are so many translated clips for all kinds of VTubers, and you don't even have to follow the actual VTuber channels. You can just follow the translating channels and be a fan of, them, like the VTubers, without following the VTubers themselves because of the translated channels. But there are also, again, Western VTubers. That's how you get your main English source. When it comes to yelling in Japanese, having an English translation can lose some of the drama effect. Imagine vague yelling Claire in English with the same impact as his Japanese yelling Claire from Tales of Rebirth. Yeah, I can't really yell right now, by the way, because first of all, my throat's dry as shit, and second, I don't want to bother people upstairs. I'm not alone in the house. I'm just not. My mom's not here, and she's the one I'm mainly worried about. Not big. Okay, I don't want to say that I'm worried about my mom because she would if I start streaming that she would rush downstairs and start screaming at me. No, she wouldn't do that. But I don't like bothering her. It's not she bothering me. I don't want to bother her. It's the other way around. But let's see. I think we're done with line work. Let's take that off. Yeah. I mean, okay, the eyebrows are kind of blending in a little bit, but it's not too bad. Okay, so now let's just do the coloring. Well, actually, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Just. Okay, yeah. Let's just fix a couple of things here. It doesn't have to look perfect, but it should look a little. We can make it look a little better. Okay. Unrelated, but I just discovered that ice cream travels really well in a thermos. I brought some in a coffee mug size thermos, and I might make a habit out of this. Well, that's good to know. I mean, I've never tried transporting ice cream to any location, in any form besides from the grocery store to my house, and I always get paranoid that it's gonna melt before I get home. But I'm glad to hear that it survives a little bit better in certain settings. Okay, let's save that. Actually, let's save a new version. Boom. Okay, now we're gonna make a color layer. And we're gonna start coloring. And I don't know what colors I'm gonna use just yet, but we'll figure it out. This is just the face, just so I can get a rough idea of the colors that I want this character to have. Just a nice skin color to use right here. Oh, Jesus Christ, no, that's not what I meant. Actually, hold on, I gotta put all this in a line work layer. Forgot about doing that. Boy, oh boy. Oh, I also got Clip Clip Studio for drawing, and I just don't like it. I'm sorry, it's just not for me. I'm sure I can probably keep trying it and try to get familiar with it and learn how it works, but it just didn't work for me. And I don't mean it didn't physically work. I mean it just I don't like how it functions. So I'm probably just gonna stick to Paintool SAI and then maybe later figure out how Clip Studio Paint works for other stuff. Okay. It's been out of the freezer and in the thermos, sitting at a room temperature for the last 45 minutes, and it still hasn't really started melting. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Now it's not like I transport ice cream that often, or have a desire to transport ice cream. If I really, really, really want ice cream at my job, I will just buy it. Because I'm at a grocery store, I can just buy it right there and there. But I've got some gelato on me, so I don't really need to worry about getting the thing. What am I trying to say? No, I have gelato on me. That's all I needed to say. I've got gelato at home. I can eat it when I want to. It's really good too. Okay. Yeah, a friend of mine recommended me a tool called Medibang. That's what I started using on Monday, as it seemed nice. Okay, yeah. I really haven't experimented with too many drawing software besides Paintool SAI. I see a lot of people actually call it SAI, not SAI, but like it's all caps. So that's why I say SAI and not just SAI. But let's see. Not quite. Let's see. What are you doing over here? Jesus. Okay. Probably something that's like. But I don't want him to be like too. I don't want him to be too light. Definitely not. I want him to be like. Actually, that's not too bad. Maybe just a little bit. No. Hold on. So yeah, I think that's a fine enough skin color. It's kind of hard to tell with skin colors until you finish the rest of the drawing, and that's when you'll really know if the skin color mixes well or not. But that's probably fine. Probably. Okay. Let's do the glasses. Okay. I wrote glass. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, my favorite feature is being able to quickly lay down a division of manga-ish panels. I wish I will recognize that about Paintful Sai. It does not have a lot of features. It is a very basic drawing program, but it works for me. So that's just what I've been doing. Okay. Maybe keep the skin color on its own layer so you can change the HSV quickly later. Yeah, I definitely always keep each color in its... I keep everything in its own layer. I don't want to be messing around with that too much. If I need to change it later, I can just change that and then, I won't have to worry about anything. Okay, let's see. Glasses should just be white. But the eyes in those glasses should be... Good question. Just like black. Hold on. Nah, it's too basic. Maybe I can make it like green. To go with the green aesthetic. Yeah, actually, green doesn't look... green might work alright. Just like a darker green, but... Huh. Okay, something a person who glanced at the game 100% Orange Juice said that 90% of it was mostly dice rolls, and I never thought of it that way after playing 170 plus hours, because that's more like 50% or less. Cards make or break games, letting underdogs sweep the rug from lead players, and there's a fair bit of strategy per character too. Have you tried out the game since getting it? I have not. But again, there are 50 million things on my to-do list, and I'm getting through them very, very, very slowly. I'm a very slow person in multiple ways. But I will definitely give it a shot at some point. I'm trying not to buy games too much this year. In fact, I haven't really bought many games, like, at all. Just like, what have I bought this year? Like, I think I bought the Prince of Persia collection on PS3, and Dante's Inferno maybe. Yeah, I bought Dante's Inferno this year too. But I haven't played them because I'm trying to get through other games first, and I haven't really bought anything else that's of of note. So I'm just getting through my old game. I'm getting through my games backlog before I work on anything else. Okay, I don't want the eyes to look complex. I want them to look simple. I think that might be good enough. But we can probably add a little bit more detail. Well, nah, I don't like that. Okay. If I put it in the middle, does that look weird? Yeah, that looks kind of weird. Hold on. I need to leave in 5 minutes before I go double check my top RPG list, and Symphonia didn't make the cut, unfortunately. Oh, that's... Well, I mean, it's fine. It is your list. You may choose what you want to put on that list. You know, made number 26, sandwich between Skyrim and Phantasy Star 4. Fair enough. Okay. And listen, I love Tales of Symphonia, but it does have issues. It is not a perfect game, and if you revisit it now, you will, you know, after having experienced like 15 plus years of quality of life improvements from RPGs, you will probably feel a lot of that Tales of Symphonia is very dated in a lot of areas. It's still a great game, but it is far from perfect. Okay, that's probably fine for the ice. That's that's fine. Maybe, or well, actually, what if I do this? What if I do that? Nah. No, that's gotta stay white. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Actually, you know, before I make a new layer here, let's make sure we color the actual glasses, like the glasses frame. And actually, this should be a different color from the little dots. Okay. Okay. What color should that be? I could make that green. But it would actually make more sense to make the little... Or no, I wouldn't. No, because that's not how glasses work. Yeah, hold on. I can make this like a brighter green color, but not that bright. Not that bright. Yeah, that looks fine. Well, I don't know. Well, that's why we have this little tool here. So we can... Well, actually, you can't see it on screen. What is there? Actually, I kind of like them in this color. Is it... Well, yeah, Glasses are weird. Glasses are very weird because if you make them too colorful, then they really, really stand out. But you also don't want to make them too colorful. Like, I think that's kind of fine. Yeah, that's kind of fine. Okay. Outside of Pixiv browsing, have you done anything in SFW in art other than that one picture of Hachama that I made like 3 months ago? Unfortunately, no. I have ideas, but I haven't done anything with those ideas. Okay. That's not how glasses work, mate. You explicitly said you wanted the eyes to feel part of the glasses themselves. I mean, yes. But you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, whatever. And I just realized that I made the frame of the glasses be at the bottom instead of the top, which is unusual. But it works considering we're going to have the eyebrows coming down on the glasses with some expressions. So it is easier for this to be at the bottom than for it to be on top. But let's see. Okay, so that's the frame of the glasses, and then the little dots. We can make the little dots a little. We can make the little dots a colorful hue. Well, this has been fun. I gotta go now. Don't keep us waiting too long before your next stream. I'll try not to. But I have fun at work. Thank you for joining us, and I'll definitely let you and everybody I can know the next time that I do stream. All right. No, that's not that ain't it. Hold on. Do I really want this to be green? Or will it take away from the greenness of the ice? I don't know. I imagine we drew him taking off the glasses and all that changed was the frame. He still have square eyes. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Okay, well, alright, just one dot isn't gonna really tell me everything. So let's just color all of the dots. Color all of the dots. And then we'll change the hue on all of them. if and figure out if I like this color or not. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that color. Okay. Actually, blue is not too bad, but I don't really want to have too much blue. What if it's just white? Well, okay, maybe not white, but like a grayish, a greenish grayish. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Kind of. Actually, no, not really. No, no, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. That's it for that. Let's do the hair. No, don't make that invisible. Okay. And 2 hours and 27 minutes. All right, yeah, we're doing good time here. Okay. No. There. Actually, let's do the eye. Well, actually, the hair and the eyebrows are gonna be the same color. It doesn't really matter which one I do first. And as expected, I've probably got a leak right here. There we go. And I know the goatee has a little bit of a gap in here as well. Close that. And that. And this part's gonna be a different color, so we're not gonna select that because that's the inner ear, and that's gotta be a little bit different. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to select this a little bit. Make sure there's not too many gaps with the coloring. And I'm not sure if we're gonna get to shading, but it will be very simple shading if we do get time for it, or make time for it rather. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I will try to see again. The main difficulty with me and streaming right now is that my job schedule is asking me to just be up late at work too. Not be up late at home, no. Be up late, be like at work in the late like closing hours. Is they're doing that very often, and I don't have a consistent schedule. I have basically just fully open availability, and it's just when we need you, we need you, and when we don't need you, we won't call you in. But well, I do have like a weekly schedule, but it changes every week. I've mentioned this many times before, but worth bringing up again in this topic. I could change my availability so that I'm only available certain times a week on certain days, but that's gonna massively reduce my hours, and I don't necessarily want that. At least not until I'm able to sustain myself financially in some other way. So it's part of the plan. Okay, after seeing all the new characters models and portraits for Xenoblade Chronicles HD Edition, most are better, but I think they really flopped with some. Have you checked out comparisons? I've only really seen Shulk. Yeah, I think I've only seen Shulk, and he looks fine. But because I never really played the original Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm not familiar with what the characters looked like before. But I'm sure I could just look up like Xenoblade Chronicles comparisons. And I mean, if they did flop them, that kind of reminds me of the Final Fantasy X HD remasters, where like in an attempt to make the faces of the characters in Final Fantasy X prettier for the remaster, they ended up just making them more doll-like, more lifeless. Like, they looked perfectly fine before. I don't know why they had to change it. But whatever, I guess. Okay. Not quite, but we can work from... No. We can work from this color. Hold on. Yeah. I don't want to be that red. That's probably... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks presentable. Okay. I'm starting to run out of energy here. I'm so not used to streaming anymore that I mean I can kind of keep a conversation going, but I am definitely not very used to streaming anymore, so I'll have to get back in the groove of things when the time is right. I have made multiple posts on Twitter explaining many things about like my live streaming life and my real life and a bunch of other things. I get very philosophical. I get very philosophical on Twitter sometimes, and then I come over here to stream and hi guys, I'm drawing a guy, and you know it takes me a lot of time to think of some of the stuff I come up with on Twitter, but it is okay. All right, we're almost done with the coloring here. We just need to color this in. And I probably want this part to actually be this color and not this color. That makes sense. Speaking of, have you seen that Final Fantasy VIII meme where Rinoa tells Squall he's the cutest guy around? It zooms into his pics. Yes, I've seen that one. There's a fan art of a beautifying how messed up his pixels make him really look. I've seen that picture. And I've seen the original meme and I've seen the fan art of the meme. It is pretty stellar. Speaking of, I don't know if I know Final Fantasy VIII has a remaster. I'm not sure if they actually fixed that face, but I guess fixing it would kind of not be a good thing because it's that face of Squall that Squall makes in that ballet is memorable precisely because of how ugly it looks. And I don't know. I did play Final Fantasy VIII's first disc, not the whole game, just the first disc, and it was okay, but I didn't have the. I guess I just didn't have the patience to get familiar with the junction system. I don't remember how the junction system works, and I don't really feel compelled to figure it out. So. It is not something I will do anytime soon. But maybe if I ever give Final Fantasy VIII another shot, it will be through the remaster. Okay, do I really want to just hold on? Actually, oh, hold on, that looks alright. Yeah, that actually kind of looks okay. But maybe the ear fluff should be, or hold on. We could probably make the ear fluff a different color, actually. Hold on. And do something like that. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Take this color. Do it right here. And then we're gonna make the fluff. Maybe the fluff can be a different color. So we'll just select. We'll only select as the fluff. I don't know if I'm sure there's a better word for this part of like furry ears, but for now we just call it the inner ear fluff. Okay, and we're gonna make that like a somewhere in between these two actually. Hold on. No, hold on. Did I? I don't think I selected the right thing. Hold on. This. Okay. Yeah, I want that to be like a. No, okay, just leave that color fine the same, but there we go. Okay. Yeah, that actually looks kind of cool. There's enough color variety in there for it to stand out. They actually mentioned focusing on the faces since they mentioned they were blurry outside of combat. Maybe the meme got to their eyes. Yeah, Alright, yeah. I would like to give Final Fantasy VIII a second chance. I feel like there's probably a good game in there. It's just I didn't look hard enough for it. I didn't have the patience with it. But nowadays I seem to have a bit more patience with games. Um, I'm more patience with them. I'm more willing to do some of the difficult challenges that I wasn't willing to do before. And that's definitely something that I want to show going back when I finally get back to streaming. I want to just be generally better at games. Um, I mean, I don't think I'm terrible at games in my current state and on my current streams that I have archived, but I don't know. I feel like trying to do more, something that challenges me a little bit more will be fine. Anyways, yeah, we got enough time. Let's go ahead and do some shading. Okay, so I did not mean to make a line work layer, just a normal layer. Clip and group. Shouldn't do that. Carcinogen SDA finally got around with speedrunning Final Fantasy VIII, which is funny that it took him so long since it's his favorite Final Fantasy. I mean, I understand that it's your favorite one, so you wanna wait until your channel has grown, and you yourself have developed the skills as a content creator before you do the thing. Like, I would have probably streamed a like Tales of Vesperia way earlier into my streaming career, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to make it special. And then again, that was also the whole thing that I was kind of waiting for a while before they announced the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. I wanted to make it to see if I could somehow find a way to get the translation, like the fan-made translation for the PS3 version. And I was willing to do some pretty crazy stuff to get that translation going. But then they announced the Definitive Edition. I was like, oh, perfect. I don't have to like brick my PS3 anymore or risk bricking my PS3 because they're just going to put it in there now. So that's cool. So yeah, that was definitely a very convenient thing to happen. And I would have definitely put Tales of Vesperia much higher into my priority list had that come out sooner. But you know, I also wanted to wait until I was a better streamer before streaming Tales of Vesperia. And yeah, I think I've definitely gotten to a point where I'm much more comfortable with speaking into a microphone than I was like what back in my Let's Playing days. I was still very awkward in my like traditional Let's Play days. I could do some commentary, but it wasn't great. I feel like I'm better now at just coming up with commentary on the fly and doing funny jokes. I mean, they're not all that funny, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. And again, maybe with a bigger audience and more chat interaction, it will be a more entertaining stream. I also just want to have I do want to have more people in my streams, and I've like multiple times I've thought about like joining like weird discussion groups of like let's players, like traditional streamers like back in the day, to see if I could make something. And you know, I never really did anything. But now I'm like, you know what? Retooling is probably going to be a little bit better for that. I think you've improved a lot today. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's make this color a little bit more. I should know what the word is. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Also, I would like to go ahead and bring this up now. In the subject of NSFW content, I still want to do it, but it definitely wouldn't be on Twitch. I can't do that on Twitch. There's Picarto for that, but I don't know how prominent that would be. I'm not sure if I would do or I could probably do like a weird thing where like I do a just chatting stream, and I am drawing like NSFW stuff, just not live on, just not putting it on the stream. I don't know. I'll have to figure out. But I don't want to abandon NSFW content. It is part of who I am. It is part of what I do. It is part of why. Of my, like, again, I still have way more Pixie followers than I do in anything else. And hell, a lot of VTubers enjoy NSFW art of themselves, if you know what I'm saying. So it would be fun, but I'll have to figure out how to put out that content while making this content. What am I trying to do now? I'm trying to change the color here. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Try to make this a little bit more. Okay. Like that. No, actually, no, I don't like that. Let's try that again. I can't. Actually, I don't want to change the hue too much. Mainly just this and that. Yeah, that looks good. That looks a little bit better. I don't think I need to do too much with the eyes. Honestly, like, hold on, maybe do like this, like a little bit of shading on the glasses, but not. I don't need to do anything extreme here. So let's just. Let's just like do that. Just for this side, because this side has the hair coming out. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, there shouldn't be too much going on with it, because I want the eyes and the glasses to be kept simple. I feel like if I try to make it too complicated, it's gonna start looking weird. I wanna have a weird. Not weird, a balance between it looking like an anime character and it looking like a cartoon character. That's sort of like typical Western artists, where it's like sort of inspired by both. Yeah, so I don't want him to look too much like an anime protagonist. Though, I think I kind of failed that department already. Okay, what are your thoughts on Atelier Ryza 2? Did the first do that well enough for a sequel? Isn't this the first direct sequel in the franchise? I have seen the trailer of Atelier Ryza 2, and I have not played. I have only played 2 Atelier games until the credits. Atelier Iris 1 and Atelier what the fuck's the name of it? Atelier Rorona, or Rorona 1. No, wait, there's only one Rorona. Atelier Rorona and Atelier Iris, the first one. Those are the only Atelier games I've actually played to, not completion, but beating them. And I will say that it's I have not played Atelier Ryza, but it looks very fun. It looks very cool. I saw the trailer for Atelier Ryza 2. It looks just like more Atelier Ryza. So yeah, when I still have a lot of Atelier games to catch up with, but Atelier Ryza is definitely one I'm very excited for. Did the first do that well enough for the sequel? Atelier Ryza, whatever the subtitle is, the first Atelier Ryza is the best-selling Atelier game. It did very well. And a big part of the popularity of that game is thanks to Ryza's thighs. There was so much fan art of Ryza's thighs when they first revealed the what she looked like. It's actually kind of insane. But yeah, her thighs basically sold the game to everybody, and the game itself is actually good. So, And what was your question? Isn't this the first direct sequel in the franchise? Yes? Question mark. I mean, there has been Atelier games with the number 2 on it. Like Atelier, there is Atelier Iris 1, 2, and 3. And there's Mana Khemia 1 and 2. But the sequels do use different characters in different settings. So it's not really a direct sequel. It just has the number 2 on it. So yeah, I think this is actually the first instance where they're using the same characters. Like if we're following the story of the same character in the same setting and just like a different story for Atelier. So that just comes to show how popular Ryza is. Rise of Flies carried this out. Yeah, they really did. Like if you look up Ryza's name on Pixiv, there is an unbelievable amount of fan art of Ryza and her thighs. Even Westerners got in on that shit, and Atelier has never really been that popular in the West. The only time that Atelier was popular in the West is thanks to that that rating that Atelier Rorona's Plus Edition got in Australia. So for anyone not aware, Atelier Rorona, however you want to call it, when it came out originally in Australia, the original first PS3 release, it was rated like their equivalent of the E10 rating, like E for everyone, or E10 for ages 10 and up. It was a tame game. It's not a particularly violent game. It doesn't have a lot of weird extreme content. So they gave it a rating of like, pretty basic stuff. But then when they re-released the game as the Plus Edition for PS3 and PS Vita, for some reason, the Plus Edition was rated like for adults. And one of the reasons, like one of the listings for the kind of content that it has is like extreme sexual violence. And well, it had. It literally had like Atelier Rorona was listed for like extreme sexual violence on the Australian rating board when it got re-released and it's not there. Like there is no extreme sexual violence in Atelier Rorona Plus. I can assure you of that. There might be some risque pictures here and there, but it's not, Okay, that's a huge jump in ratings. Yeah, so they made a meme out of that. And if you ever see the words extreme sexual violence used as like a weird reaction image or something, it's thanks to the Australian rating board for Atelier Rorona. They changed it. They changed the actual like description from extreme sexual violence to just like highly suggestive content or something like that. Something that doesn't sound so meme worthy, basically. But yes, there was at one point Atelier Rorona was rated for being of extreme sexual violence. Not anymore, and that is why I actually don't know if the game, because the game got re-released again as Atelier Rorona Plus DX or DX Plus. That's the PS4, Switch, and Steam version. I don't know if, again, it got like an M rating on Australia. It might have. Who knows? I know there's fan art for that. Maybe that probably is. But anyways, that was the last time Atelier was popular in the West. And it wasn't until Atelier Ryza came out and got everyone turning their heads towards Ryza's thighs that it became popular for Westerners again. So I'm sure Atelier Ryza 2 will do just fine. I'm sure it will be a fine game. I'm sure there will be a lot of fodder for it. I'm sure it will sell well. I'm just hoping that it doesn't get bombarded with DLC and unnecessarily high price hikes like Koei Tecmo tends to do. It's big reason why I haven't gotten the Neo Telltale games yet, because they're just charging so much for them. They're old games. Like, why are you charging $40 per game? It's either 40 or 30. Either way, it's too much. Anyways, yeah. See, we're done. We're done with this little drawing. So again, this is just the whole design. This is what the general gist of what he's gonna look like, and this is what he's gonna look like, colored. I mean, I'm gonna do a better job with the line work and the coloring when I'm actually doing the real proper live 2D model. But hey, this is the gist of it. I think he looks cool. I think he looks unique enough to where you wouldn't just instantly click away when you see this error, because I am guilty of doing that. I will click on a VTuber's channel and I will see their character design and I will click on a video, and if their character design is kind of boring, I just look at it for a couple of seconds and then click away. So hopefully this will help me stand out a little bit. Alright, speaking of overpriced DLC, what do you think of Pokemon Sword and Shield's expansion DLC that includes Pokemon that weren't in the original, contradicting what they say about not bringing back excluded Pokemon? That was a while ago, but yes, I did hear about that, and honestly, I would be mad, and that is shitty, but I'm done with Pokemon. I'm done with Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's not a game that's on my priority list. If I ever get Pokemon Sword and Shield, it will be when it gets a price drop, and I don't think it's ever gonna get a particular price drop. There are things about the game that look fun, but I'm not a huge Pokemon guy. Yes, I played Fire Red, and I love Fire Red, and I played Omega Ruby, and I loved Omega Ruby. But I wouldn't really call myself a huge Pokemon guy. So I remember getting really upset at a lot of the controversy surrounding Pokemon Sword and Shield. Back when there was a whole lot of shit going on with that game, and I've already been mad at it. I'm done being mad at it. I just don't care for it anymore. If I ever get it, whatever. If I don't get it, whatever. Something that I have slightly stronger opinions on is the Super Mario 3D All-Stars thing coming out, because it's Mario 3D and it looks great. It's fun. I love Mario 3D. But they're making it limited. And I don't just mean they're going to make a limited amount of physical copies of Mario 3D All-Stars. They're going to make limited digital sales of Mario 3D All-Stars. They're going to stop selling the game. They're going to start selling the game September 18. And they're going to stop selling the game at the end of March of next year. Why? What's the point? Why would you limit digital sales? That's the whole point of digital sales. Is that physical copies are too expensive to make, and we want it, that's a much easier way to preserve them. Why would you do that? I have stronger opinions on that, but you know what? I'm in a good mood. I finished this today. I'm in a good mood, so I don't want to ruin it by getting into a bunch of annoying topics. But yeah, it's really weird I don't want to see this become a trend in the AAA publisher stuff, but it probably will. So whatever. Anyways, yeah, we're pretty much done for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope I will continue to work on this model. Time to have a PT version of Nintendo Switches. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, there gonna be people selling Nintendo Switches for like $700 just because they have like Mario 3D All Stars installed in them. Oh no. All right. Anyways, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm glad we were able to catch up. Just catching up really. That's what I really wanted to do here and just draw for a little while. I'll continue working on this model either on stream or off stream when I'll continue working on it on stream when I get the chance to do a stream. Otherwise, I will try to focus on it on my own time. And I know there's a program, there's an app on Steam called PRPR Live. Apparently that's what some people use for face tracking their live 2D models. I need to get a webcam first. I don't even have a webcam, so I'll get a webcam. Maybe I'll get one this weekend. I don't know. I'll have to. I've never shopped for webcams because I've never had a desire to take pictures or photos from pictures or videos from my computer. But I don't know. I'll think about it. Enjoy the stream. Looking forward to more of them in art. Appreciate it. And yeah, let my outro go again. Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been all for today. And so here says goodbye. Hollow Play 45.